thinking about what I want us to talk about today is, do you believe that all Christians are missionaries? Do you believe that all Christians are missionaries? Or is there a separate calling for a missionary that is separate from the everyday Christian? And here's kind of what I came to the conclusion of: that we're all called to be involved in mission work, whether it be in our context or on a mission trip or some other way to do global evangelism in our sphere of influence. But there's also the special call upon individuals to give up their whole life to go overseas or to go to an unreached people group and to go there as their work for the Lord full time. So I guess we can go ahead and establish that there is a such thing as a missionary that is called, sent out by their local church to do mission work, whether it be in the United States, the North American Mission Board, or whether it be through IMB or some other mission organization overseas somewhere. So we do see that there is that special calling of missionary, but every Christian is to be involved in missions in some way, shape, or form. Paul Washer says that some are called to go down into the well, and then some are called to hold the rope on the other end. And that could be true for global missions as well as local missions, where people go out from their sending church to a culture, to a people group outside of their normal sphere of influence. And we all know the great missionary call which was given in Matthew 28:18 tells us to go into all the world and preach the gospel, making disciples and baptizing people. And that call is for all of us to be doing. So I think we need to be careful that when we're establishing that there are certain individuals called to be missionaries, sent out from their local church, sent out to another context to do mission work, we need to understand that that does not alleviate or relieve us from our responsibility as Christians to be effective missionaries, quote unquote, not the ones that we are sent out by the church, but missionaries sent out by Jesus, Christians sent out into the world to be salt and light. And I'm going to give 4 things here to help us be a more efficient missionary witness in our context that we're in. And number 1, if you're going to really reach people for Jesus, you need to be intentional. You need to be intentional. It's not just going to happen. I mean, on some occasions you'll run into people that you can minister to, but a lot of times you need to be looking for these opportunities. And when I met my wife, I was very intentional with pursuing her and spending time with her and being with her. And because I was intentional with her, we're married. Now, if I had not been intentional, then I don't think we'd be married, because she'd be chasing after me and I'd be like, go away. You know? So you got to be intentional. Jesus was intentional in Mark 10:45. For even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve and to give his life for many. So you see, Jesus came with a mission. He was intentional with his mission, And his mission was not that other people would come and serve him, that people would come and wash his feet and bring him his dinner as he lays back and eats his food like royalty. Jesus didn't come to be served, but he came to serve and to give his life a ransom for many. So we see Jesus was very intentional with his mission in coming to save us. In Luke 19:10 says, "For the Son of Man came to seek and to save the lost." The next couple of videos will go through these other things. We're going to keep these short little words for the day. So you are to be involved in the work of bringing people to Jesus. You may not be a called, sent out from your church missionary, but you are called by God, sent out by Jesus into the world to make disciples. How are you doing with that? Today, I was on Blab through my Twitter account, and I was in a group with some people from Dubai. And they're speaking Arabic and some English. It's very hard to understand, but because of my desire to be involved in mission work, I went in there and started intentionally building relationships and friendships. We're going to look at the other encouragements that we can see how to be a better missionary in the next couple of videos. But do something like that every day. Intentionally look for an opportunity to begin a conversation that could lead to making a disciple for Jesus. Look for those. They are out there. Make opportunities to be a witness. That's your buzzword for the day. Talk to you later.